growing body of work shows that the brain's dopamine system, which drives motivation, is affected adversely by inflammation. When your body is fighting inflammation, it recalibrates your motivation to do things that don't use up too much energy, which is a key reason why you feel unmotivated and unfocused. Science says 92% of people don't achieve their goals. Have you ever wondered what your life would be like if you were in the top 8% of people who did? How much more money you'd make, or how much easier your life would be if you went from flat to focused? In surveying 60,000 people when researching my best-selling book Unstoppable for Entrepreneur magazine, we uncovered what the top peak performers are doing that helps them to achieve superhuman focus and their goals at a higher rate than anyone else. They're applying a new model of success that 10x's their results in a matter of weeks, not months. You see, there are 12 mistakes people make that end up wasting precious time and destroying their capacity to achieve their goals. Thankfully, I've got a free quiz for you that will pinpoint yours. But first, you must understand this basic premise. Every single day, you're inundated with deadlines, chronic stress, pollution, financial instability, side effects from medications that alter behavior, and nutritional deficiencies that impair your brain's ability to stay focused, motivated, and driven. We are a species with a never-ending quest for self-improvement, but even when the soul is willing, the flesh is often weak. Your secret weapon to achieving superhuman focus and peak productivity is in your ability to understand how it works and which levers to pull that boost mood, memory, and focus. The truth is, our tools for self-improvement are wildly outdated. We're applying the same old strategies to new problems without ever scratching the surface of what's causing them in the first place. We need a new approach to tackle these new challenges. Our brains have become a waste ground of useless information due to social media and neuroinflammation that dulls your capacity to achieve, causing you to become easily distracted and give up on your goals before you've ever given them a real hot shot at success. And here's where you need to listen closely. To turn the tide in the right direction, you must begin by taking 3 out of 7 steps. And when you apply them over the next 14 days, your motivation and focus will increase dramatically. The first step you must take is to keep a daily journal, but with a key distinction. On a daily basis is critical that you're aware of what's standing in your way of optimal brain function. I show people how to do this in my program, The Biohacker's Guide to Superhuman Focus. In a journal, you need to identify both biological and psychological triggers that are causing you to underperform, like brain fog, poor gut health, fatigue, lack of direction, and exercise, and excessive caffeine use, to name just a few of the 16 triggers. Once you've done this, you need to select biohacks to do on a daily basis to quickly alleviate these symptoms, like applying nutritional psychology to optimize your energy and mood and reduce neuroinflammation, a key trigger of brain fog. A growing body of work shows that the brain's dopamine system, which drives motivation, is affected adversely by inflammation. When your body is fighting inflammation, it recalibrates your motivation to do things that don't use up too much energy, which is a key reason why you feel unmotivated and unfocused. It's an adaptive response to help conserve energy. So even though you want to push forward, your body system will sabotage you until you start treating the cause and not the symptom. That's why we ask you to identify key symptoms in the free quiz below. The next step is something that I do whenever I'm tackling a big project, like writing a 90,000 word book. It helps to increase my energy, regulate my mood, save time, and supercharge my focus. I'll apply intermittent fasting for the duration of the project. Growing evidence suggests that eating throughout the day from 12 to 15 hours may disrupt your circadian rhythm. A key step in reducing inflammation requires you to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. 13 to 23% of that should be spent in deep sleep. Deep sleep is where your brain's waste removal system activates and clears out the debris and toxins that are built up during the day. If these aren't cleared out, you'll feel groggy, unfocused, and unmotivated because your body's resources during the day will be spent fighting against them instead of focusing on your work. Intermittent fasting can also help to control blood sugar. Fluctuations in blood sugar affect neurotransmitter levels. High blood sugar increases serotonin and GABA, which is why after a heavy carb and high sugar meal, you crash, causing concentration and focus to become difficult. A 16-8 protocol is by far the easiest one to follow. You eat food within an 8-hour window and fast within a 16-hour one. Because you're asleep for most of your fast, it's easy to follow. For example, your first meal might be at 12 p.m, while your last one is at 8 p.m. This will enable you to regulate your emotions, energy, and focus for sustained periods of time. The next step is to understand the science behind concentration and focus and how to calm a noisy brain. According to Gloria Mark, professor at the University of California, it can take up to 25 minutes to return to the original task after an interruption. I argue that you can reduce this amount of time by training yourself quickly to get refocused. This requires you to modulate your brain waves. Your brain is a hub of electrical activity. The cells in your brain called neurons use electricity to communicate with one another. This can be measured by EEG that creates a picture that looks like a wave-like pattern. When I'm writing, I'll use binaural beats to produce theta waves. This is a relaxed yet meditative-like state where work flows quickly and easily. I've used this method to write over 5,000 words in one day while working out of a noisy cafe. It also turns off my fight or flight response, in which I'm able to access a part of my brain that's in a state of flow, and it helps me to quickly recover from distractions. There's also a safe and natural nootropic that can produce theta waves within 30 minutes of consumption. The other easy steps you must take to achieve superhuman focus include applying nutritional psychology to regulate your mood, emotions, and behavior, practicing 10 minutes of visualization exercises each day that trains your brain to focus, learning how to activate your motivation molecule dopamine, and reducing your susceptibility to stress as part of an easy to apply yet advanced model for 10xing your results. Your first step though is to take the free quiz below to pinpoint the 12 mistakes you're making that's costing you more than just time. It's costing you your goals, your income, and your potential.